All right, so here we go on to Raiden and the Pit, and wow, does this one look plain? They took all the clouds out. In every other version of the game, or the major 16-bit versions, including the arcade one, you've got lots of clouds, scrolling by in the background. They did keep things flying by the moon in the Amiga version, so that's nice. And they did keep the fatality in this stage, which we'll see in a little bit. But I promised to talk about controls, so let's do that. So on the Amiga, if you weren't aware, it was designed primarily with single-button joysticks in mind, just like people have been using since the Atari 2600 days, and you can actually plug an Atari 2600 joystick right into an Amiga and use it if you want. So the Amiga is capable of reading way more buttons than that. And later games tended to almost sort of stealth support 2-button controllers, like the Sega Master System controller, but there's no reason that it couldn't have supported more, other than they just decided not to. Developers didn't do it because those things weren't out there. So let's look at the fatality here. You'll notice something. Hey, where'd he go? There's no scrolling. We just go from one screen to the next, and they just fall and land flat in the pit. But anyway, controls. So how do you play this game that, used 5 buttons in the arcade with a single button joystick on the Amiga, or at best, 2-button controller? They actually did a really good job, I must admit here. If you're playing with a 1-button joystick, all your punches and kicks and specials are all pulled off with the single button. Usually you're pressing a direction along with that button to do something. So down, and the button is an uppercut, which you just saw there. To do Sub-Zero's Ice Blast attack here, it's just diagonally down forward. You don't have to roll it, just press it and press the button. And if you didn't know, you can actually do that in the Genesis version too. You don't have to do a fireball motion. You can just press diagonally down, forward, and then, press low punch in that version. In this version, it's just the button. And I'll talk more about controls right after we rip Kano's head off.